welcome to vlogtober day 19. I can't believe it's day 19. What is going on? Guys, we hit 100 subscribers this morning. I am stoked. I'm thrilled even. I am ecstatic. I'm so happy. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm so excited to see where this goes. It's gonna be so fun. I'm having a lot of fun making my videos. It also gives me something to do during the day, which I am very grateful for. I just filmed a hair tutorial. Roll the tapes. Hi, good morning. So I was thinking we could film a hair routine. I want to comb my hair with a straightener. I'm on like hair day 2 of washing, so it's looking starting to look a little greasy at the top. I noticed like winter, or I guess when the season starts to change in Colorado, my hair definitely starts to get greasier faster. So I've noticed like at the top we're gonna have to wash it tomorrow, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I have mostly been wearing my hair in a braid the last few days, so I was thinking that we could do my usual curl routine. So let's get into it. I am listening to a podcast right now, House Guest with Kenzie Elizabeth. And it's the Have Some Respect for Yourself episode. Very good. Very slay. I love her rebrand. Good stuff. Separated my hair half up, half down, and I applied this heat protectant spray. I don't love this, to be honest. I've had it for several months now, but it gets the job done, but I just think it makes my hair look like really greasy. So what you're gonna do, you take your straightener, and we're gonna curl about halfway, and then we're gonna hold it and then slay. It's so cute. And then we're gonna leave it. We're not gonna brush it out yet. We're gonna whoop. And then okay, watch this. This is important. No, this is like really important. You need to pay attention. Are you paying attention? This is important. Now we're gonna take the second piece. Okay, ready? Watch this. We're gonna alternate. Oh. Ooh. We're alternating. Now we're holding. And now we're ooh. Slay. Okay. Now we're just gonna keep alternating the way that we're curling with each piece of hair. That way it doesn't look like all one big curl. You know what I mean? We don't want that. That's not the vibe. we're back from the hair tutorial. Now I need to do a couple of things. I have to do the dishes. There's a giant pile of dishes in my sink. I don't even want to show you, it's so embarrassing. It probably like isn't as much as it looks like, because when we cook, I put our big cutting board on half of the sink, and then instead of putting the dishes in the sink, we tend to just like pile them on top of the cutting board. I'm staring at a giant pile of clothes on my floor, which has been here for like a week now. It's so embarrassing. But Connor took the time to fold the clothes last night, and he said that he's going to put them away today, so I'm really happy about that. I need to wash my kitchen towels. Being an adult is just like doing laundry for the rest of your life. Every day for the rest of your life. Chat together. It's about 12:30. I'm gonna be honest, I did spend the last 30 minutes like on my couch crying, which is like really annoying, but you're gonna have those days. It's fine. I needed to pull myself up and like snap out of it because I know that it's not productive. So I try to give myself like a little bit of time to think about the way that I feel and just sit with my feelings, and then I try to move on. Will we be successful? I don't know. We're just gonna try and make lunch and move on with the day. Let's get into that. I'm very excited. We're gonna make pasta. I've been making pasta a lot lately, and I've been making the same kind of pasta. So this is the ADHD in me. Like once I find a food that I'm really vibing with, I start to hyperfixate on it. This has been my hyperfixation food for the last week. I've made pasta like this specific pasta I've made probably 5 times. I've also been having a lot of soup. Tonight we're going to make a vegan, what are we making? Hold on. Tonight we're gonna make a vegan enchilada soup, which I've never made before, and I have some leftover vegan chicken that I'm going to throw in the mix. I usually put it in my pasta, but I wanted to try it for this soup because I tried it. I tried the same chicken in the broccoli cheddar soup that I made a few nights ago. That was bomb. Also, I saw a video the next day and I was like, why couldn't I have seen this the day before when I was making the soup? Someone made the soup like in a bread bowl, like Panera style. Oh, it looked amazing. I think we can chat about the way that I feel, whether or not I put this up. Like sometimes I end up just talking to the camera and it's like very therapeutic, and I end up like not even putting all of it up, but I am trying to be like vulnerable about how I feel, because I know that when I watch videos of other people talking about how, like what they're going through, it makes me feel like I'm not like super alone, which is definitely something I've been struggling with lately. So let's do this. First I'm gonna have some more coffee while I make my food. But this is probably not what I should be doing. I should probably be having tea, but I accidentally made a whole pot of coffee this morning after I had already had 1 cup, and I meant to only make a half, but I didn't want to waste it, so we're just gonna drink as much as this like fills up in my cup. Perfect. Is it hot? Let's see. It's decent. It's decent. Oh, this is the creamer I use. This is the creamer I use when I'm in a pinch and I don't have time to go to the store to get regular creamer. This is the coconut and almond creamer, the vanilla from Trader Joe's. Personally, I like a coconut milk based creamer. I don't always love coconut milk for everything, but I do like it for a creamer. First, we are just going to boil some water. I have a very large pot. And I'm gonna fill up about 10 cups of water, quite a bit of pasta just so I can have some leftovers over the next couple of days. These are the noodles we're gonna use. They're from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's pasta is literally so affordable. Like 99 cents for this big bag. Sign me up. I will take a subscription service. This is the rigatoni. I like how big the noodles are. I feel like cooking really helps me when I'm like in this headspace because it's just such a great way to practice mindfulness. And when I feel like this way, when I feel like really sad and depressed and like I just don't want to do anything, this is like such a great way for me to get out of my own head and like separate myself from my own circumstances. That is why I really enjoy cooking. And also, if we're gonna get into the zodiac thing, Taurus sun. How could I not love food? I mean, come on, be for real. So I'm gonna grab my cutting board and we're gonna start chopping away at some veggies. Oh my God. I think I should turn more lights on. What do you think? Do we like this better? I think I like this better. I don't know. Ugh, I don't know. The veggies I'm using is garlic a veggie? I need to Google this. It's a vegetable that belongs to the onion family. Slay. I have some garlic. I have some onion. And then I also have this pepper, which I'm not completely sold on. It's been sitting for a while. So we're gonna cut it open, see how it looks, assess, and then keep it pushing. I usually would do like cherry tomatoes, but I used all the cherry tomatoes in my pasta last night. Like I said, I've been on the pasta grind. I've been on the pasta wave. So we don't have any cherry tomatoes, which is fine. We're gonna try and use the red pepper instead if it's good. So I'm gonna wash this pepper and then we're gonna get to chopping. So yesterday we kind of talked about loneliness and how that's something I've been kind of dealing with lately. And I think I want to expand on that because I'm kind of like playing tug of war with myself. Like lately I've been thinking like, I am definitely lonely. Like, don't get me wrong, but I also really enjoy being by myself and being with myself. Part of the problem is that I don't want to subject myself to being around people who don't make me feel good about myself. Like people who make little comments, who like make digs, who are like insecure about themselves and project it onto you. There's so many little things that I just like don't vibe with. And that doesn't mean that I haven't made like really great friends in my life. Like there are some people who I just think are like the perfect friends, and like those are the people I want to be around. I will say like at this point in my 20s, I'm 24, a lot of my time is spent by myself. And I'm sure that it's like this for most people who are at this point in their 20s. I have this like internal battle with myself that I just don't want to like subject myself to hanging out with people who don't make me feel good about myself. Like I want to be around people who are like uplifting. That doesn't mean that I don't have those people in my life. So we're gonna add some salt water or some salt to our pasta. I'm using the Trader Joe's sea salt. So I think that I've been experiencing some like social loneliness since moving to Denver, which I think is like totally normal when you move to a new city, but I've been here for like 2 years now. I'm noticing how I am like treated differently as a woman, like from my boyfriend when we go out in public, and that has nothing to do with him and like everything to do with me, but it's also like a social thing that I'm sure most of you have also dealt with, the women who are like watching this video. Oh, the pepper looks good, by the way. So we're gonna use the pepper. We're gonna add the pasta, our rigatoni, into the boil. Okay, so we're letting our pasta cook for 13 minutes. A big thing that I've noticed since moving here, for context, I lived in LA before my boyfriend and I moved to Denver. I actually met him in Los Angeles, and that was 4 years ago. Oh my god, we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary in September, which was like really great. We went to Garden of the Gods. Actually, I'm gonna post a video. I have a vlog from that day, but then vlogtober just like came around the corner so quickly that I like haven't gotten to edit that yet. But yeah, my boyfriend and I met in LA, and I definitely am starting to realize that when I lived in LA, even after meeting him, I definitely had a lot of my own like agency, and I feel like I was just respected more as an individual. Versus moving here to Denver, I've noticed, like, for example, people won't look me in the eye when talking to me, which is like really uncomfortable. Contact is like obviously very important to a conversation. What I have noticed is that men will, say we're speaking to a man, me, my boyfriend, and another guy. They will look him in the eye. They will only look at him. Like, I could be the one that initiated the conversation, and he will like, this man will only talk to my boyfriend. And it is like very jarring, I guess. And so this is something that I've been like voicing a lot about recently, and like even just like being around other men, I've noticed like they don't give me the respect of like not interrupting me when I'm talking or letting me like finish what I'm saying, which is like definitely something I have been like struggling with recently. And when my mom came to visit, she had a similar experience where she noticed that she like finally understood what I was talking about. There was an instance where we were like at the park. She went up to this guy, had to ask him a question or something about like a fee. He was like really invested in the conversation with her, and then one of the men from our group like joined the conversation, and it totally shifted from my mom and this guy having a conversation to the two men having a conversation. And he just like totally outed my mom from conversation, wouldn't even look at her, like, and so we had to talk about it, and she was like, oh my god, I understand what you've been talking about, like this is awful, it's literally awful. And so I've noticed that's part of the reason why I don't really enjoy social outings as much here. Like, it's just, I don't want to like be around people who like don't respect me. Like, I respect strangers in conversation, so like why can't they give me the same respect? And then another thing that I've noticed that bothers me when we are initiating a conversation with someone, is me and my boyfriend, when we like see someone maybe that we like haven't seen in a while, or it's somebody new, I've noticed they will always shake my boyfriend's hand and then try to give me a hug. What makes you think that I want to hug you? What makes you think that I want to hug you? No, like, please be so real. Be so real. Because I don't. I absolutely do not. And I like don't really understand what that's about. But I think that I like deserve the respect of like a handshake. Plain and simple. Let's start chopping our pepper. Another thing that I've dealt with specifically around like having conversations with men is like not being like, and again, this has to do with like respect, but it's like not being like, I guess, like valued in the things that you like talk about. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I can like give an example. I had a situation where this has happened several times. I had a situation where we were talking to someone about something. I think we were at a thrift store. There was a guy at the register, and Connor and I were checking out, and I had just gotten these like really cool cowboy boots. Like these really, really sick cowboy boots. They didn't have like a brand name on them or anything, which I thought was like pretty interesting. We're at the register and the guy is like, oh my god, like these boots are so sick. Love these boots. Like, what's the brand? And I'm like, actually, it doesn't have a brand name on them. The boots don't have a brand name, but there's this really cool thing on Google where you can take a picture of something and it like searches the photo. pretty much, to see if there's like anything else like it on the internet. And the guy's like, wow, that's like so sick. And then he goes, I shit you not. He goes, did you know that there's this feature on Google? And he repeats like exactly what I had just fucking said back to me. As if those words had just not come out of my mouth. Like it was so jarring. It was like laughable. Like I wasn't even mad because I was like, this is so fucking stupid. This is so dumb. Like, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? Yeah, and I think like that just comes from like not being respected or like valued in what I have to say. And like he obviously clearly was not like listening to me at all. I don't know. He just like clearly was not interested in engaging with me, even though he like fully started the conversation, like talking to me, telling me how much he loved the boots and whatever. And like I was already buying the boots. It's not like he was trying to sell the boots to me. So I don't know. It just like really like sucks. That actually had happened like right after another incident happened. I had like been complaining to my boyfriend about this incident. So then when the boots thing happened, he was like, I totally see what you're talking about. Which was like, it's nice to be like seen, but it doesn't change the fact that like, I don't really know, like, I guess I could have been like, did you literally not just hear me say that? Like, are those not the words that just came out of my mouth? Like, but it's just like so shocking when these things happen that I like don't know how to stand up for myself. You know? And like, you also have to pick your battles, which is like fine. And I don't think by me saying that, like, I would have gone into an argument with this guy. But I do think like, there are some crazy people out there, so you never know. And you do have to be careful with like, who you choose to like engage with in that way. And you don't have to be nasty, but people don't always, especially as a woman, like people don't always see you the way that you are trying to be seen and heard. So like I definitely have been portrayed as someone who is like a bit more aggressive and, to be honest, a bitch. That's just not true. Like I know that that's not who I am, and I just have to have like the confidence in myself. I think that's part of why it's been like so hard to just like continue making friends as an adult, because you have like all these experiences where you're just like, are you kidding me? Like I know that not everybody's like this. Like I was saying earlier, I want to like only be around people who respect me and like listen to what I have to say. I definitely like don't like being around men. Like I love my boyfriend to death. I love him, but he is not like a typical guy. I don't know, he's more in like his feminine energy. I definitely don't prefer to like surround myself with men. And I also think that's okay, like as a woman in her 20s, like I really only want to be around like other women. I mean, there's definitely other men in my life, and that's like not really an issue. I won't like, for example, like if I'm making friends with a girl who has a boyfriend, like I could not like be friends with that girl if, number one, her man like didn't respect her, and number two, he like clearly didn't respect me. So the men in my life are like very respectful, which is great. But going off of that, I don't really like to surround myself with men in general. And that's like in the content that I consume. Like I will not listen to a podcast if a man is on it. Like I don't want to hear men speak. I don't want to hear men speak. Sorry, I don't want to. Like I'm not interested in that. I don't even like to like really listen to music by men. Like I just feel like, ooh, our pasta's done. Basically what I was gonna say is I feel like we should just be supporting women in the arts. Like men have gotten like so much support, you know, and I just feel like in my life, their days are numbered. They are not the star. But I also think that since I don't have like a strong girl group of friends in my life at the moment, I prefer to like find that through my social media. So like I consume a lot of podcasts by women, I consume a lot of music by women, I consume a lot of like YouTube videos by women. You will never catch me watching a YouTube video by a man. It's not gonna happen. I just like really like to focus on supporting women in the arts. So now we're gonna use our same pot to make the sauce. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw some olive oil in my same pot that I used for the pasta. And then I'm gonna add the garlic and onion and let it get fragrant for like 30 to 60 seconds. And then I'm gonna add the red pepper and let it get tender. Okay, so I just added everything into the pan and I'm letting it get tender for about a minute. Wow, that smells really good. And I'm just gonna do some seasoning. Where's my pepper? Oh, literally in front of my face. I'm just gonna do some black rainbow peppercorns. So good. I did run out of garlic powder, which is unfortunate. I probably don't need it though. Anyway, I was gonna add in some garlic salt, but I'd probably just do regular salt because I did use a lot of garlic. I guess you can never have too much garlic though. That's my opinion. And then I'm also going to add, now that everything's kind of cooked for a couple minutes, I'm going to add in some unsweetened almond milk. I like almond milk for my pasta. And I'm just gonna like cover the first layer. Gorgeous. And then usually I would add in nutritional yeast, but I don't have any of that right now. And we're just gonna let this, turning it back up to medium, and we're just gonna let this like vibe for a second. So I also wanted to chat more about what I touched on yesterday with like my depression. And I definitely feel like, upon further reflecting, I definitely feel like my depression is like circumstantial right now, which is pretty unfortunate because I can't like just like change my circumstances overnight. I just have to remind myself like I'm doing the best that I can, which is like definitely hard to remind yourself that, especially when I like have everything like work out immediately like the way I want it to, which is like definitely a learning curve. Like I was saying yesterday, I don't know if I touched on this, but like my main circumstantial stress right now is not being able to find a job, which is like obviously really, that's like not a position that anybody wants to be in, but I've been looking for a job for at least 2 months now, even just a part-time job. Can't find one. It definitely seems like you have to just know someone to get a job in Denver, which is like really frustrating, and I'm sure that it's like that in more places than not. But financial stress is definitely not a good situation for anyone to be in. Thankfully, when I did quit my last job, I had quite a bit of money saved up. That money is not gonna last forever, and I do need to like figure something out sooner rather than later. But it's just like every day when you're looking for a job for 2 months and you can't find anything, then you're starting to like freak out a little bit. So I'm definitely starting to like get really stressed out, and that's obviously why I'm feeling depressed. And it's not helping with the loneliness thing because I can't like say, hey, you want to go grab lunch or you want to go grab a drink like with my friends. So it's definitely like contributing to a lot of my depression and the way that I feel right now. But I have hope that things are going to just work out in their own time. This is obviously happening for a reason. Yes, I'm one of those people. I've been in situations before where I definitely didn't think anything was gonna get better, and so I know now like every time when I get like depressive episodes or I just get like generally sad, I know that it's definitely not gonna last forever because look at how many times it's happened and here we are now. Depressed again. I mean really, it's like there's nothing you can do except like keep moving forward and giving yourself grace and time to just like let it all work out. So I know that the things that I'm dealing with and I'm going through are only making me stronger as a person, which sometimes I get in my head and I'm like, I've been through so much already. Why do I need to be any stronger? But I also think it's less about being strong and more about building resilience to certain situations. And for me, I definitely am more of an emotionally reactive person, and I spiral and I overthink, and I definitely let my emotions get the better of me. So in the last few years, that's really been something I've been working on, and being in therapy definitely helped. Journaling has been the best thing that has like happened to me. I always hear people talk about like, you know, someone's going through it when they start like journaling all the time, and that is so true. I think my sauce is ready. So put our noodles in there. Oh, I totally forgot I have some bread that I want to heat up. This smells really yummy. I'm very excited about this. I don't know, I'm definitely trying to like lean into more of the things that I enjoy rather than just like sitting around and like watching TV and being sad. It's like I can be sad and cook. It is nice to just like take 30 minutes to an hour or whatever and take that time to be with myself and be with my food and put as much love into it as possible. So I'm just gonna turn that down to low and let it sit for a while. Yeah, I don't know, if you're feeling like any of the same feelings that I have been feeling, I would love if you share your thoughts and your comments down below, because I'm sure there are other people who are feeling this way. I know that I'm certainly not the only one. I think this is a time where if you do have a lot of time on your hands, to just focus on getting to know yourself, which has definitely been helpful for me. Like I was saying, I love journaling. Journaling has been the best way for me to get to know myself. So I couldn't recommend that more. Obviously, like looking at prompts, using prompts is great. Free writing is also great. Just like writing down, writing, because once you start, you're probably not going to be able to stop. So just like taking the time to spill some tea in your journal is also very therapeutic. That's all I can recommend, because that's what I'm doing, and it definitely is, it's a day-by-day process. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I think my pasta is almost done. I'm gonna stick my bread in the oven, and we are going to, oh my god, it's already 1:30. We've been cooking for an hour. But that just killed an hour out of my day. So that was really nice. But I do have to let my camera charge for a little bit, and then we can reconnect. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And I hope if you're not, that your day is turned around and that you feel inspired to get up and do something, even if it's just something small. I will leave you with that, and I will reconnect with you in a little bit. Okay, hi. So it is about 5 o'clock. Since the last time we checked in. I ate my lunch, which was like pretty delicious, and then I actually started working on the edits for this video. This video is getting pretty long. It's already at like 30 minutes. I am going to end this vlog here. I'm still going to record my soup making adventure tonight, and you can see that in tomorrow's vlog. This is the end of today's vlog for now, so thank you so much for joining Vlogtober 19. Oh my god. I can't believe I've been doing this for 19 days straight. I'm very proud of myself. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 20. Holy moly. Alrighty, thanks again for watching. Bye.